Hello, everyone. Welcome to the explainer video series for my book, Maths Made Easy: Effective Strategies to Spark Up the Love and Interest of Maths in Your Child. I am super grateful that you got the book or you're getting the explainer videos because this is going to show you in full light why your child might be struggling with maths, and most importantly, what you can do from your corner at home to help them learn maths. My name is Precious. I am the author of the book Maths Made Easy. I'm an educator with over 10 years experience. I'm a mother of two. I'm the founding director of Lenville Preparatory School, Uyo, a school poised to bring out the genius in every child. I am the founder of Learn Aid Concepts. I'm a team member at the foremost parenting academy in Nigeria. That's the Intentional Parent Academy. And I'm very passionate about helping learners achieve their full potentials. During the course of these explainer videos, we're going to look at how helping your child learn maths starts with you. We're going to look at how to develop pre math skills. We're going to look at how to build a strong mathematical foundation. We're going to look at how to make maths real. We're going to look at how to fix your child's learning mindset, amongst other concepts. Now, maths all starts with you. Why maths made easy? As I earlier mentioned, I have been in the educational sector for quite a while, a decade to be precise. Now, and I have seen firsthand children struggle with maths. This is not what I was told. This is not some statistics that I cooked up. This is an experience that I'm telling you. I have seen children firsthand struggle with maths. And this failure is not peculiar to children. I have also seen adults struggle with maths. Now, I remember my first year in the university, my final year in the university, when we had to take up an elective in educational statistics and measurement and evaluation. Now, these two courses, put so much terror and fear. So this goes to show that the fear of maths, it's not just with children, even adults. Maybe even you listening to me right now do not love maths. Maths is one subject that is always perceived as difficult and boring. I came across a survey that said that 30% of Americans said they would rather wash a toilet, a bathroom, than solve a maths problem. But no matter how much they fear, anybody fears maths, maths is an incredibly important subject, even in school and in life. It's used in fields from accounting to science to finance to engineering to medicine. My aim with this course is to provide a comprehensive guide that would help parents, educators teach their children to love and appreciate maths. In these explainer videos, I'll be sharing strategies and techniques that can help your child learn to love maths. If you are ready, I think let's move. Now, Module 1 will talk about how helping your child learn maths starts with you. I know you're like, what do you mean? Absolutely. Helping your child learn maths starts with you. Helping your child learn maths starts with you. Whether you are a teacher or you are just a parent or you're a busy professional or even you as a parent, you do not love maths. Hear this. Helping your child love maths starts first with you. Maths plays a crucial role, parents play a crucial role in the child's learning. By being involved, you can provide enough support that would help your child learn, not just maths. Parental involvement is one topic that I am so passionate about. It's like the foundation of a house. It is essential for providing support and stability to a child's development. Without the foundation of parental involvement, the stability of your child's academic life is questionable. Researchers have found a strong connection between parental involvement and learner achievement. And this is not just one study, this cuts across 50 different studies. One of the biggest perks of parental involvement for me is that it allows you, the parent, one of the biggest perks of parental involvement for me is not being your child's teacher. You can outsource that. It's not every day you're on homework. You can outsource that. The biggest advantages of parental involvement for me is that it allows you, the parent, to set up a structure that encourages a love of math for your child. Structure is so important because it helps parents create a consistent and predictable home learning environment that can support your child's learning. A child who has a supportive learning environment at home will thrive in school, even beyond maths. It helps you set routines for homework, dedicated times for studying. It helps you follow up and establish clear cut expectations for your child's academic performance. Now, I know you're thinking, okay, I've heard you. It starts with me. What exactly do I need to do? Do I quit my job? Do I hire a private tutor? What specific actions can I take to help my child learn maths? If you're thinking it, the next module is for you. Here, we're going to look at 5 ways to increase your parental involvement. One, you need to provide a supportive and positive learning environment at home. You need to provide a supportive and positive learning environment at home. The home environment is a key aspect in encouraging your child to learn maths. It's a place where you can aid your child's learning. One of the best ways is by creating a positive and conducive environment where strife is not the first thing your child thinks about. That lovable environment that increases their motivation and engagement, which can in turn lead to better academic performance. Now, when you provide a supportive environment, your child would feel supported and it can increase their learning ability. For instance, one of the ways you can provide a supportive learning environment for your child is to quit yelling when you're helping them, maybe with their home fund, no matter how difficult it is. Another way is to create a designated study area. So once your child gets in there, their mind switches to study mode. It can be setting aside dedicated times. So specific times in the day, they know that okay, from so time to so time, this is what we're actually doing. The next way is to two, help your child develop good study habits. Study skills are not innate skills. They have to be learned. Study skills are strategies that enable a child to effectively and efficiently learn a new skill. Time management. One major thing I want you to realize in time management is that you need to help your child develop a routine, a steady, regular routine for studying and completing assignments. It is important. They must know. Another time is to dedicate time blocks for studying. Let studying not be a spontaneous thing. It could actually be after their lunch, before their lunch, early in the morning, in the night, depending on your child's energy cycle. It is so important. Another aspect of time management, I don't know if I've mentioned this before, is to teach your child to manage their time during tests or examinations. Very important. So they don't spend the whole year or the whole day learning about concepts or giving answers to concepts. Meanwhile, they just have 1 hour. They must be able to make sense of time. So when you say that the test is for 1 hour, what do they mean? What is 1 hour? What does 1 hour feel like? Can you teach them time? It is very important. Moving on to note taking. Effective note taking can contribute. Effective note taking can contribute. It is so important because at the end of the day, when your child needs to revise for an examination, it is the notes that they've taken that they would read. And if they are able to annotate or bring out the key points, it will help them read effectively. One thing I'm doing for my school right now is teaching our learners to annotate with highlighter pens. So while the teacher is explaining, they on their own have been taught to pick out key points, then they annotate them. For instance, if let's say we use the popular definition for water, water is a colorless, odorless, tasteless liquid. So they know that the major key points in explaining water is colorless, they highlight it, odorless, they highlight it, tasteless. Another one is mind mapping. Mind mapping, I want you to just Google now what mind mapping looks like. It's a way of visually organizing and summarizing points. Now, I should have added it to this slide, but I totally forgot. But I'll add it in the next slide so you see what it looks like. I'll not forget to mention it. Now, mind mapping is a way of visually organizing thoughts in a logical and visually appealing way. It is very important. Note taking. The last but not the least is a way to summarize key points. So every child must have a jotter. Every child must have a jotter. It is key. It is important. The next one is test taking. Help your child develop strategies for preparing for tests, such as reviewing notes. It could be through annotations, mind mapping, like what we've mentioned earlier, practicing sample questions. This is key. When a child practices sample questions, when they get into the exam hall, they are more confident because they have seen what typical questions look like, for especially um for major examinations. That is why exam questions are a huge market in the educational stationary world. That's why you see jam pass questions, junior WAEC pass questions, WAEC pass questions. Even for primary school, we have MO Diaka, we have Ugosi Ugo, those very big books that have compiled questions from way years ahead. And you find that most schools would typically, once children get to those exam classes, they start practicing it. Now, you don't have to wait for your child to get to an exam class to practice past questions. You can make it a habit. You can, on your own, look at the study questions in their textbooks beyond the examples the school gave them. Let them see different ways to solve a particular question. That's one thing we do in my school a lot. Children chew math questions because of spaced repetition calls for emphasis. When they're looking at it from this angle to that angle, we turn it, we turn it, we turn it. Practicing exam questions or sample questions are important. Importanter. Then, of course, time management, we've mentioned it. So key. The next one, teach someone else. It's a study skill. Someone else can be you. It can be their father. It can be their sibling. It can be their mother. It could be their auntie. That's another strategy we're putting into my school. So every once in a while, after the teachers finish teaching, the children come back to teach. Let's even ascertain if they understood. When you teach someone, you are forced to think about a material in different ways and explain it in your own words. How am I able to teach phonics without looking at my note of lesson or without referring to a material? I have done it over and over again. Do you remember those teachers in school? I know I had them in secondary school, or even lecturers who never had course materials. Their head was the note, and they were going to give the notebook, they're going to give note exactly as a textbook. They have interacted with the material in different ways that it has become part and parcel of them. Another thing teaching someone else does is that it teaches your child to organize and structure the material in a logical way, which can solidify their own understanding of the material. It's a skill, it can be learned. Last but not the least, reading comprehension. It simply means to help your child better understand and retain the material they are reading. Encourage them to actively engage with it to ensure they've understood it by asking questions, making connections to other concepts, summarizing, taking an active role. Comprehension is basically a child's ability to understand. So the question here is, did you understand what you learned? So if they have to ascertain at every point of learning if they understood. If they did not understand, they must call the teacher's attention to it. Review and practice, very important. That's another skill. They must learn to review and practice. It's review and practice is another simple yet effective study habit. Encourage your child to review the material they have learned on a regular basis. One thing I see a lot of learners do is that they wait till exam. You did it. You did it. Let's stop and let all of us take our L's. You did it. We did not. You waited. We all waited. We all waited till 1 week to exam to read. Now, these are things I wish I didn't do in secondary school. My results would have been way better. You must make it a study habit, 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 habit. Remember the key word habit to always review and practice the material they have learned. Regular practice helps to improve retention. This is effective than having your child cram everything in one Friday before exam on Monday. Waste of time. Regular review and practice can help your child to build a strong foundation of knowledge and make it easier to understand and remember new concepts. So, what we've just looked at are 6 study habits you can begin to develop in your child. The next way to increase your parental involvement is to get involved. Getting involved can be by attending parent teacher conferences, staying up to date with their progress, communicating with your teacher, volunteering in school, give suggestions, help with homework, help with projects. This is important. Number 4, encourage independent learning. Not a lot of learners are independent learners. You must make it your concern to ensure that your child takes the active role. The only reason why I am chasing my foster daughter to read is because she has not yet learned independent learning. And I am correcting this with my toddler. Encourage your child to take an active role in their learning. Now, this is often innate. It's an innate ability to take independent learning for meticulous learners, like people um who are melancholic because they are on their own meticulous. So a melancholic child, you don't need to push them. But you see, a melancholic and a choleric child, they are independent individuals. It's a skill they have because of their temperaments. But you see phlegmatic and sanguine, oh Lord, you will chase those people. So a way you can do it is by setting goals. Ask them to set their own goals. Explore new topic. They should take lead in completing their school assignment. This would help them develop self-motivation and a love for learning. Last but not the least, monitor your child's progress regularly. 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 So important. When you monitor your child's progress, it can help you know, have insight on where your child is struggling. And when you have these insights, you can proactively provide the support that they would need. Now, by taking these simple steps, you are on your way to provide your child with all the support they would need to learn. Now, that's it for our first chapter or the first module, which talks about it all starts with you. Please don't fail to use the comment section to tell us if you found this valuable. See you in strategy 2.